This is a video to help you set up modular grid, in case it helps. I have a unicorn account, so I can make as many rows as I want. I use, for the system here, I make 6 rows because it gives me a bottom row to store things in, and I also create extra space to one side just for holding. These are a couple of my own modules from home that I'll bring in later in the semester. What you're going to do is you're going to create a new rack. And free accounts, last I knew, you can only have 4 rows, which is fine. If you want to pay the $20 and upgrade to a unicorn account, you can have as many racks as you want. You can create as many rows, but if you don't, 4 rows is fine. This is 22 spaces, our modular from the far left to the far right. I would make it much larger so you've got room over here. Then what you could do when you set yours up, you don't have to. You have to at least give me rows 2, 3, 4, and 5. But if you wanted, if you made enough room over here, you could go, well, you could put the reverb over here. Let's say you've only got the 4 rows. And the fixed filter bank, and a couple of other things if you wanted, transistor ladder filter. Just so they're there so that if you end up using a top row in your rack, you can just, if you need to duplicate this, you click on it once and hit the letter D and it duplicates it. You put it in the first available space, so you could actually patch to and from it to show graphically what you're doing without actually having the 5th row located up here. All right, let's go and make a rack. You go Edit, New Rack, name it something sensible, EML Spring 25 in it. You're going to end up taking a screenshot of your rack and submitting that. That is what you will put your name or your initials on. So this one you could put your name or not as you want. You're going to want 4 rows. These are Moog units. We have 22, so I would go with at least 30 or more. Doesn't matter. Make sure format says MU. Make sure of that. And then make sure none of these are checked. You can make it private if you want. No one cares. These are themes of what the outside of the rack looks like. I just like minimal. You use what you want. It'll make a blank rack, which it's taking a bit of time to load today, which usually it loads immediately. So there it is. Command plus and minus will change your zoom. So you will go and look at the Excel sheet. There's a list here. Anything beginning with a Q is a synthesizers.com module. This tells you how many we have. We've got this many of the Q106s, and so on and so forth. This is how they're laid out. So if you say to yourself, I'm only going to do these 4 rows, we need a Q963 from synthesizers.com. You come back here. In the manufacturer, yours will come up like this, showing all, but you can save some time and visual confusion if you go and you select synthesizers.com. If you don't see synthesizers.com here in this list, it's because you didn't set the format to MU. So that's something important. Then you just type in Q, come on, Scott, Q963, hit return, boom. Here it is. You hit the plus sign. It's going to populate at the far upper left. You know that the next thing, if you look, is a Q960. Enter. We've got 2 of them. Make these bigger. And you can click the plus sign and click it again. The other thing you can do is once you're in here, if you click on any module and hit the letter D, it will duplicate because we know we need to. By the same token, we have 3 Q962 switches, so you can go plus, you can hit that twice more, click on it and hit D twice. Now let's see, I know that we've got this. Then we've got a Q171, and I'll put that there, boom. And then we've got a Q961, and I'll put that there. Then the only other thing in this row is, to be honest, I forget. I think it's a VCA. Q108. Q108. And I know that we have 3 of them, so I'll go plus, plus, plus. I'll take the other ones I don't need for now, and I'll do this. I never put storage modules right here because it makes you think it's part of the main system. Always leave a space open. So now I've got the first row. So let's say for talking that you will fill all of this and it's time to actually submit your screenshot. So I'll just duplicate this a bunch of times. We'll get rid of this, and we'll get rid of this. Then what you do, you can go up and you can go show screenshot. Taking a long time to load today. And then, got to make room on my desktop, you just click and hold and drag. Click, hold, drag onto the desktop. And here is the picture that I just opening in preview. That file is the one that you will rename with your initials, and that's uploading for classwork number 1.